Sunday evening, everybody. David Paul here in the KHOU 11 Weather Center on a much quieter Sunday afternoon. Been a beautiful day to dry out. It's 8 o'clock here. I'm going to give you a tropical update. We have one big bad hurricane in the Caribbean. That is Melissa. Melissa is a Cat 4 tonight. Expected to go to Cat 5. Expected to make a direct hit on Jamaica as we go into Monday, Tuesday. They're going to take a hard hit. They are going to need help from everybody. After the storm goes through, they're going to have flooding, they're going to have Cat 5 damage. So that's what we are looking at tonight. And we'll just begin by looking at the named storms we've had so far this season. There's Melissa, which is right now a Cat 4, but forecast to become a Cat 5. And one of the reasons for that is it's sitting in some very, very, not just warm water, but it's deep warm water. I'm going to show you the ocean heat content, very interesting picture of how that's changed since Melissa has formed out there and pulled, literally sucked the energy out of the Caribbean. The count for the named storms forecast by Colorado State was 16. If we get to 16, that'll take us to Pablo. We're not into November yet. We usually get a storm or two in November, so I think we're going to get to Pablo, and that will give them just the right number of storms they forecast. They forecast 3 majors, 1, 2, 3, so now Melissa makes 4 major hurricanes that we have now had this season. There is their forecast, forecasting 16 storms. They forecast 3 majors. We've now had 4 majors. So we're close to the named number and we're above the major hurricane number. We're below the 8 total hurricane number. Melissa, that is just a perfect looking hurricane, if you will, if there is such a thing, looking down from satellites in geosynchronous orbit looking down on the Caribbean Sea. That's it right there, just not moving whatsoever, almost perfectly stationary. You know, you've got a perfectly symmetrical look to it. That means it's completely unsheared. There's no wind blowing across it. It's vertically stacked. It has everything that Mother Nature needs to make a storm of this intensity, grazing the southern coast of Jamaica. There's Kingston. They're getting wind and rain right now as well. Their rain totals before this is all said and done could top 30 inches of rain there. That, along with the Cat 5 winds they're going to take on Tuesday as it makes landfall. The system is eventually going to make a move like that and head out across the island nation of Jamaica. So our thoughts are definitely with folks of Jamaica next couple of days. So that's what the storm looks like. Max winds at 145, Cat 4, moving west at 5, pressure's down to 933 millibars. That is tonight's 7 o'clock update. We were talking about ocean heat content. So sea surface temps in the Caribbean are in the upper 80s to near 90. That's the skin temperature of the water. It's very warm. What ocean heat content shows is how deep that warm water goes. And the brighter red colors indicate very deep warm water. The reason we want to know how deep that warm water goes is because strong hurricanes like Melissa, as they'll move across that warm water, they'll upwell. They'll pull water up from deep, 100 feet down. They'll pull it up. So if that water's warm, it gives you a picture of the total heat energy available for a storm to feed on. And if you've got that much ocean heat content and you've got perfect conditions in the upper levels, as we just looked at, completely unsheared environment, well, then you can get a Cat 5. And that's what we're about to have. Cat 4 now, forecast to become a Cat 5. But you can see where Melissa has literally sucked the energy out of the ocean right there. See that little cool spot? That's right where Melissa is sitting, and it has taken the heat out, and we can measure that. And so now we've got less ocean heat content because the storm has literally sucked it out of the ocean, upwelled it from 50, 100 feet down, pulled that heat up, fed it into the storm, and interesting to see. Forecast. So it won't be until Tuesday, I think morning, maybe mid-morning Tuesday after sunrise, that the storm turns and hits Jamaica as a Cat 5. Forecast to have winds of 160 miles an hour. Those would be sustained winds. You're going to get gusts to 180, 190 in a storm like that. So gusting almost to 200, sustained at 160. It is going to be a devastating blow to Jamaica. That's Tuesday morning, and then after that, it will race across the eastern edge of Cuba, probably as a Cat 2 or Cat 3. Damage expected to any structure on the east side of Florida, east side of Cuba, but at that point it won't be a Cat 5. It'll be a weakening Cat 3 or Cat 2. Cat 1 as it races by Bermuda Thursday, and then Friday it's heading for the North Atlantic. So this one is going to make a hard turn to the northeast and then race northeast. And that's because it is going to be being picked up by one of these mid-latitude troughs, which is going to have an attendant cold front with it. Okay, rain. So, this is modeling estimating rain total forecasts showing 10 to 12 inches for Jamaica. There are going to be some spots that get 30 inches of rain here. Still worried about the mountainous region of the island of Hispaniola, Haiti, the Dominican Republic. The mountains are right in here. You get that fetch coming off the Caribbean, pushing moisture into the mountains. You can easily, they're forecasting 9.8, 2.7. There could easily be 15 inches of rain there, and mudslides will continue to be a threat for Hispaniola. Here's the east side of Cuba, forecasting 10 to 15 as the storm races by there on Wednesday. That'll be Wednesday as it passes eastern Cuba. It's going to be a lot of rain. Modeling on this is the European. There's your landfall, right in line with the forecast track from the Hurricane Center. That will be on Tuesday, middle of the morning. And then after that, it is going to accelerate very quickly and race across Cuba. And that northeast direction is a direct result of this cold front coming in. This is the one that's going to come through Houston on Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday evening. It's going to have a line of scattered showers with it. But that is the front with the mid-latitude trough. The upper level portion of that that so often this time of the year sort of acts to block hurricanes from getting to the United States. They make that turn because they're being picked up by these approaching troughs as we're changing seasons from summer to winter, and those troughs pick up and turn the storms to northeast. So that front blows through. There goes Melissa being blocked out to sea by the front, and then that's what brings in the cooler weather for the Houston area. This is going to give us that cool, dry weather. First real cold front for Texas, really for the southern half of the country. This is the first real cold front we've had so far this fall, and it will drop temperatures into fall-like numbers. We'll have lows in the 50s and 40s second half of the work week, highs in the 70s. It'll make it very nice for Halloween. So that is where we stand with the tropics, and Melissa. For our next live broadcast on KHOU 11 News at 10, so usually we're on the air at 10 o'clock tonight on Plus and on TV. We won't be on until at least 10:30 because CBS has the doubleheader tonight with NFL football. Who's playing right now? No. We had it. We had the late game. So there's not even a game on right now. No, we had the late game, so we pushed it back. Okay, so everything's pushed back. But we're going to start at 10:37. Thank you, Jason. Oh, so we've got a number. So 10:37. That's our next live broadcast. Complete headlines, sports, and an update on all the modeling on KHOU 11 News at 10:37 tonight. We'll see you then.